Hey guys, Dark Side of Review here. Today I'm doing Iron Maiden's The Book of Souls, 16th studio album. Alright, it was released a month ago, but I obviously didn't start this thing till today, so today I'm doing Book of Souls. I'm probably not going to do a track by track, I'm just going to, you know, just discuss the album, my views on Iron Maiden, what I like about them, and let's just get started. So I'm fairly young. I'm 18. So I obviously wasn't around when Iron Maiden was first doing their thing in the 80s. I kind of got into them when I was in 8th grade. The first album I heard by them was the first self-titled album, which had Paul Di'Anno singing, and then after that I listened to Killers. Um, and Paul Di'Anno became my favorite Maiden singer, but I love Bruce Dickinson. The guy's got an amazing voice, and I just think numbers albums like Number of the Beast, Somewhere in Time, Power Slave, all those albums. He just does a great job, and even though Deanna's my favorite singer, Bruce Dickinson is the voice that defined Iron Maiden. Okay. So Book of Souls, Bruce, I'm going to go with his voice first. I'm going to talk about that. He sounds amazing on this album, especially in songs like The Red and the Black, Empire of the Clouds, and Book of Souls. I think his best vocal performance on this album is the title track, Book of Souls. Not only that, not just his voice, which sounds amazing considering the guy was going through, I think he had cancer somewhere in his mouth. I'm not sure if it was on his tongue or in his throat, but he does an amazing job. He holds up over time. Not a lot of singers can do that. Rob Halford from Judas Priest is a good example of that, and Brian Johnson from AC/DC sounds pretty much the same. And he does a great job, but like I'm saying, not only that, he wrote some great songs on this. He wrote Empire of the Clouds. My favorite song off this album is just a masterpiece. When I listen to it, I think it's the soundtrack to a movie. It's just an epic piece, and it kills Rime of the Ancient Mariner in terms of length. I think by like a good 5 minutes or so. Because how long was Rime of the Ancient Mariner? I think that was like 13 minutes. This one's like 18 something. But yeah, this album for me is a great album. My favorite modern era Maiden album before this was Brave New World. But I think this really tops that by a lot. My problem with recent Iron Maiden songs is that I call it AC/DC syndrome, and by that I mean songs start to sound the same. But on here, by the same I mean you get the Steve Harris, Nico McBrain drum and bass, the dum da lung 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 over and over again, the galloping thing. But this one really changes it up a bit. It's a bit more progressive. I liked what they did with it, just like I liked what they did with Brave New World. It was something different. It didn't sound the same. And this album was a double album, but to be honest, I didn't care. But usually double albums are really bloated, and you know, like the Use Your Illusion albums that Guns N' Roses did. There's obviously hits off of those albums, but there's just songs that you totally forget about, or you just get too bored to listen to because the album's so bloated. But this album does a good job at, you know, having a lot of tracks, but each track you want to listen to and respin them over and over again. Um, yeah, I think this album is a strong 10 out of 10 for me. I recommend picking it up, even if you're not an album main fan. I would give this album a try. It's definitely better than some of the heavy metal bands you hear out here today, and I'm really, really pissed off that this album was beat out in sales by Got Your Six. Oh, God. Alright, anyway, that's my review of Book of Souls.